x plus 5 equals 17. We want to solve this. These are solve questions. Solve questions means that at the end of the question, x will be on its own. Is that all right? X ends up on its own. That's what a solve question means. Now, is x currently on its own? S and J over there. Now, who has to get transferred? 5 has to get transferred. He's positive on his old team. He's positive on his old side. So what happens when he goes on to its new side? Becomes negative, which means he turns into minus 5. Now what's the answer? 17 take away 5? There you go. Happy days, right? Pretty easy. Okay. R at the back. Or this question's similar. X's best mate is the number 2. Do you see the number 2? That's X's best friend, right? And okay, what happens is, the number 5 is the first person that leaves. So what happens to number 5? Where does he go? He goes to Man City, and he was positive on Celtic, which means he's negative on City. He changes sides, becomes negative. What's 17 take away 5? 12. Is X on its own yet? So who has to leave? And where does 2 go? It goes from Celtic to Man City. What type of 2 is it? Is it a plus 2 or a multiplier? It's a multiplier. What happens to multipliers when you transfer them? And 12 divided by 2? 6. There you go. All right. So once again, 2 teams. Left side is going to be Celtic for both questions, and right side can be Man City. Now, what we have is X wants to be on its own. J, is X currently on its own? Why not? Exactly. Will you transfer the minus 8 to the other team, please? What happens then? Great. So what do I write down on the next line? Well, what do I write first? The equal sign is here. Who's playing for Celtic now on his own? X is on its own. Is 16 still playing for City? You didn't move him, yeah. And then what about the minus A? So plus A. And then what's 16 plus A? Use the calculator if you want. It is 24. That's the first one done. Is that all right? S at the front. I want you to do the same thing. Get the A and transfer it. Yeah, what you get? It's 16 plus 8 are playing for Man City now, aren't they? Who's still playing for Celtic? Okay. Now what happens? 16 plus 8? No, 16 plus 8 is 24. Now, is X on its own yet? How'd you get him on its own? 24 divided by 3. And X equals 8. Is that all right with you guys? Okay. First one, go on, Jack. Yeah. Okay, go on. Whichever way you want to do it. Yeah, which way? Because X is not happy, what's he going to do? X decides to go to Man City because he's unhappy at Celtic. So then he turns into X there, yeah. And 48 was a plus on Man City. Yeah. After that then. So 8 take away 48. Minus 40. You cool with that? How many people did it that way? The way on the board. Okay. Now, just for all the other people who did it a different way, the other people that did it a different way was they did this. They said X wants to be the only player on its team. Jackie, you nailed that. But they said X wants to be the only player on its team. So he goes minus 8. And then it's, 48 take away? 8. And then minus X is plus 40. You do what's called the reverse spell. Anybody that's negative becomes, and anybody that's positive becomes. So x equals minus 40. Just use the reverse spell at the end if you want. It still works. All right. Two ways of doing this one as well. Who will we go for? D. Help me out. X wants to be on his own, so what do you want to do? Okay. D has decided to transfer the X to the other side. He's unhappy at Celtic, so he's going to go to Man City, right? What happens to happen to the 48 now? 48 has to transfer from Man City to Celtic, so he becomes negative 48 currently, but he will be negative 40 in a second. What happens to the minus 5x when it gets transferred? Yeah, nearly there. What's 8 take 48? Plus or minus 40? Yeah. 5x. Now here's the difficult part. Is x on its own? Is x on its own? No. So what can you do now? Divide minus 40 by 5. And what you get when you throw that in the calculator? I got minus 8. Okay. We all agreed that x's could only play for Celtic. 3x stays or goes? Stays. Minus 8 stays or goes? Goes. 12 stays or goes? Stays. Minus 2x? Goes. Lads, can I show you something that will make you really, really good at maths? Can I show you a trick that will make you really good at maths? Here it is. See the way we said the 3x stays? Directly underneath that 3x, I'm going to write the other 3x. See the way nothing's changing? Does the 12 stay or go? Stays. Directly underneath that 12, I'm going to write another 12. See the way I'm changing only the bare minimum each line? Only a small amount each line. Does the minus 8 stay or go? And what happens? It's negative on Celtic, which means positive on City. The 12 is positive on City. The minus 2x is negative on City, which means positive on Celtic. When it changes side, it becomes negative to positive. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I see it. 2x, yeah? Now, what's 3x plus 2x? It's 5x, not 5x squared, because 3 tables plus 2 tables is 5 tables, not 5 tables squared. Yeah? And what's 12 plus 8? Very close now. Is x on its own? What's stopping it? Multiply by 5. So 20 divided by 5. And x equals 4. Okay. So, transfer market time. 5x stays or goes? Stays. Minus 7 stays or goes? Goes. 26 stays or goes? Minus 6x stays or goes? Goes. So what do I need to write on the next line? Directly underneath that 5x will be another. Directly under that 26 will be another. Now, what happens to the minus 7? Where did it go? And what happened then? It was negative on Celtic, which means positive on City. What goes here then? Minus 6x was negative on City, positive on Celtic. Now we're very close to getting this done. 5x plus 6x. 26 plus 7. 33. Is x on its own? Is x on its own, lads? No. 11 is a multiplier. Shh. H. How do I know 11 is a multiplier? There's nothing between the 11 and the x. 11 plus x would mean 11 added to x. 11x means it's a multiplier because there's nothing in between them. So that means I have to divide it. The multiplier becomes a divider. And then what happens then? The answer is 3. We cool with that? Okay. Next one's going to be slightly different. It's going to be slightly harder. We'll give it a go. Okay. Transfer market time. X's play for Celtic. Non-X's don't play for Celtic. -4 stays or goes, Chris? Goes. -3x stays or goes? So I'm writing it straight down, yeah, because it stays. 4x stays or goes? All X's play for Celtic. So 4x is currently playing for Man City. So it goes. -25 stays or goes? Okay. We good so far? Okay. Now, what goes here now? What happens to the -4? Where did it go to? Shh. And it was a -4 on Celtic now, I would say. +4. Okay. And 4x was positive on Man City. Now it's negative. Now, it's a hard one to do this. In your calculator, just write down -4 -3. Anybody know what you get? -7x. What's 4 take away 25? Well, -21. It's your choice what you want to do here. You can do this 2 ways. You can wave the magic wand. What does the magic wand do? So that's 7x equals 21. And then what do we do then? Divide it by 7. And 21 divided by 7? 3. Some of you might have done it this way instead. Some of you might just throw the -7 underneath. And you get the same answer, don't you? Now, do you see the steps involved?